show you how to make shepherd's pie. Okay, so the first step in making shepherd's pie is to make the mashed potato topping. I peeled and boiled 7 Idaho potatoes, just your standard like baking potatoes. You can also use Yukon Golds or whatever you have around. It's no big deal. I peeled them, I boiled them for about 15 minutes on high. You want to make sure when you're making boiling potatoes for mashing that you boil them longer than you would for salad potatoes. This is a little bit of almond milk. It's just a dash, probably like a couple tablespoons. We've got a 1/4 cup Vegenaise vegan mayonnaise. This is my very favorite sour cream substitute. It has a really good flavor similar to sour cream. That's going to add a nice creaminess. And then nutritional yeast. And then this is just a tablespoon of olive oil. Now we're going to just blend this. And actually, I'm going to use the pulse feature because it's really easy with mashed potatoes to over mash them in the food processor. And I actually think I'm going to add some salt and pepper to this as well. And then since this is so full, we are going to have to keep stirring it quite a bit. All right, so these are good. So we're just going to set these aside until we're ready to put them on top of our gravy filling. We're going to heat up this saucepan to medium low. So this is warming up. I'm going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil. We'll go with a tablespoon. Make sure that we coat the bottom here. We're going to start by sauteing 1 yellow onion. So the onion is pretty much almost translucent, so it's getting there. It's almost cooked. So I'm going to start to add some of the other ingredients. I have here a cup of mushrooms, a cup of carrots, a cup of finely chopped walnuts, and 3 cloves of garlic minced. A little bit of soy sauce. You can use up to a 1/4 cup. It's about a 1/4 cup of vegan Worcestershire sauce. Some liquid smoke. Make sure when you're buying your liquid smoke that it doesn't have any kind of meat drippings in it. Some liquid smoke does have meat drippings, so you want to make sure you read the labels. And then fresh ground black pepper. So we're going to let this cook for a couple minutes. So I'm going to add about half of the flour. This is a 1/4 cup flour. I'm going to put half of it in to start. Whenever you're making a sauce or a gravy or even like frosting or anything like that where you're putting wet into dry, you want to make sure you add the wet ingredients slowly. So I'm only going to put in about a 1/2 cup. This is 2 cups homemade vegetable stock. Just a little. Again, gradually adding both the flour and the stock. So now I'm going to add 1 cup peas. I'm also going to throw in 1 teaspoon fresh thyme. And now with the fresh thyme, you're going to really want to grind it up with your fingertips. And this is 1½ tablespoons fresh sage, a 1/4 cup of chives, fresh chives. So I'm going to add the rest of my vegetable stock here. We're going to get this to a simmer, and we're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to assemble our shepherd's pie. I'm going to taste this to make sure I have it seasoned properly. It's very important to always do that. Just make sure you don't put your spoon back in it if you need to try it again. I don't think it needs anything else. Oop, ready? Okay. It's been simmering for about 5 minutes after we brought it to a boil, and I'm going to pour it. Going to pour the gravy. Now we're going to put our mashed potatoes on top. All right, now we're just going to sprinkle some nutritional yeast on top. So the oven's preheated to 350. I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes. And most importantly, you always know a casserole is done when it's bubbling around the sides, okay? All right, so the shepherd's pie is done. It's nice and bubbly. Now, as you can see, some of the gravy came up over the potatoes. Usually I use a Le Creuset round covered casserole dish, okay? So it's a little bit shallower than this, so the potatoes have a little bit more space on top. Well, thanks so much for watching this video on how to make vegan shepherd's pie. I hope you learned a lot, and I really hope that you enjoy this recipe this winter when you're curled up on your couch by the fire. Have a great day.